Welcome, Mr. Arun. We are so glad you could be with us today to share your insights on our topic, Nifty riding like a rocket. Will it break record highs? Please take over the floor.
Thank you very much. Okay, so let's start with our presentation directly. Okay, so our today's topic is Nifty riding like a rocket. Will it break record highs? So if you talk about the overall Indian equity markets, if there are 100 participants currently who are trading or investing in India, 90% of them will be talking negatively about the markets right now, because if you talk to 100 people, 90% of the people will say everything is going wrong with the global markets. Everything is negative with respect to US. Everything is negative with respect to Russia, Ukraine. Even currently, US and China is also getting into the recession time. So all the things, all the negative factors are overall revolving around the globe. But why Indian markets are moving up? So 90% of the people, they think Indian markets are moving up because of the money which are flowing into the Indian markets, because of the more retail participation who are buying the stocks every day. But the thing is completely different. It is completely wrong theory to bet on. The first and foremost thing what we have to keep in mind, if you are in the market, if you are trading or investing, if you are investing through mutual funds also, the first thing is which you have to keep in mind is from 9 to 12 months, markets discount the next 9 to 12 months of the market discount 9 to 12 months of the future. Suppose if everything is negative today, if market expect it to be positive in next 12 months, it will discount that currently. So you have to think 12 to 18 months after from the current time. So that is why you can see the markets are rallying, because these hiccups which are there in the market with respect to US, with respect to interest rate hikes from the federal, with respect to interest rate hikes from the RBI, and also with respect to interest rate hike from the European Central Bank. I know many of the people, they don't track the market, they don't track the daily movement in the market, even they don't track the news flows. Just to give a glance, US Fed rate has been hiking rates from past 5 to 6 meetings. Almost every time they have been hiking more than 50 to 75 basis point. So you can say average they are hiking around 50 basis point. Even if you talk about ECB, that is a European Central Bank, they are also hiking the interest rate from 50 to 75 basis point. Even in India, RBI is a bit conservative central bank. That is why they are not hiked that so much. But the overall interest rate hike cycle will be there for next 2 quarters. So that is why if you talk about the analysts, if you talk about the economists, if you talk about the retail participants, everybody is negative in the market. No doubt the markets are now near all-time highs, or you can see almost 3 to 4% away from the all-time highs. Still, people are not believing that markets have recovered, because people were sitting with cash. People wanted to buy the market. People wanted to trade in the market. But the fear and the news flows which are there in the global markets, which are there in the streets, they have not allowed the retail participant to enter into the market. So this session will discuss why Nifty can hit all-time high. I am expecting all-time high around Diwali or post-Diwali, somewhere after Diwali, within 15 to 20 days. So we are expecting Nifty to make all-time highs in the coming festive season only. So what are the factors which will drive the market? What are the factors which can affect the market and which can drive the market lower as well? So it is not, there's no static view in the market. Currently, markets are looking bullish and markets are expected to go up. If something goes wrong with the global markets, if something goes wrong with the geopolitical tensions, what I mean by geopolitical tensions is if something goes wrong with Russia, Ukraine, if something goes wrong with China and US, markets can crash also. So that is not within our hand. That is within the governments, within the global markets. What is there in our hand is the current analysis. What is there in our hand is fundamentals, technicals, what we see in the market. So from current scenario or from today, we'll see how the markets can go up and which are the sectors which can perform, why markets are expected to hit all-time highs, and which are the factors which will drive the rally. So let's start with the presentation. This is our tagline: Nifty riding like a rocket, will it break record highs? So where we currently stand, see, in the past 3 months, if you talk about the retail participants, even we deal with the clients daily on the daily basis. When markets were somewhere around 15,500, here markets mean Nifty. So I will refer Nifty as market. When Nifty was around 15,500, 15,800, 15,200, The talks on the street was like market will hit next new 52-week lows. Market can test 14,000 level, 14,200 level, but has not happened. In fact, from 15,200 right now, market is somewhere close to 18,000. So almost you can say 2,800 points rally in Nifty. So people are not expected to digest this rally because everything was negative. Markets were going negative. Global markets were going negative. Then why this kind of pullback? So that thing we'll see in the next slide. Why Indian markets have ignored global volatility and why they have surpassed the gains. If you talk about Nifty, benchmark index Nifty is in the bull run from past few weeks and is just 4% away high. I don't know how many of you know what is the recent high. 18,600 plus was the all-time high for Nifty. So somewhere we are 17,800 change currently. So almost you can say 600 points. It is not 800 points. Is not more than 4 to 5%. So we are just a 4 to 5% away from the all-time high. So it is not a big task for the market. Nifty is having capability to run to go up by more to 4 to 5% in a single week as well. So it is not you can say it is not a very big deal for the market to test new highs. People are saying that it will not test. People say that it will crash from here. Those things are part and parcel of the market. If some big negative news come, then that can happen. If some corrections can happen. But what we see from current level is we are expecting market to move higher. From technical point of view, for fundamental point of view, from the macro point of view, the only concern for the market, Indian markets, is the global scenario. If something goes wrong with US, if something goes wrong with China, then only market can crash. Domestically in India, we are not expecting any big negative news. We are expecting good quarterly results. We are expecting markets to drive higher sector-wise as well. Because if you see from Ganesh Chaturthi, our festive season starts. And it ends, you can say almost near Christmas. So from next 2 to 3 months will be totally festive season in India. So you can expect some good sales from the companies, some good consumer spending as well. So this will drive the Indian market. That is the first reason why we are expecting markets to go higher from current level. And many people, many retail investors especially, they don't trade in Nifty stocks. There is a Nifty 50 stock. They don't trade in the top 50 stocks. Many people prefer small cap stocks or Nifty mid cap stocks because the prices will be low and you can get the stock in 50 to 100 rupees range or 200 rupees range. So many people, they are fascinated to buy the Nifty mid cap stocks or Nifty small cap stocks. I will give you one good figure. If you see Nifty small cap, it is still almost away, almost 15 to 18% away from its all-time highs. That is the 12,000 plus levels were the all-time highs for Nifty small cap index. You can go and check. It is still away around 15% from the all-time highs, and Nifty is still away only 4%. So there is more room for Nifty small caps to move higher from current level. That is the thing you can you have seen in the last 10 days. In the last 10 days, you can go and check in your system. Nifty is revolving in the 400 point, 500 points range, but Nifty small cap index or Nifty mid cap index stocks, they are rallying 10%, 12%. Even many stocks have rallied 20% also in a single day. So you can check, go and check this correlation. Nifty can be in consolidation, but the Nifty mid cap and Nifty small cap stocks can witness buying interest. And one more theory which you can add to this concept is whenever there is a FII buying, you can see that there is a FII buying from last 2 months. FIIs have turned net buyers monthly from last 2 months. In the previous 8 months, they were net sellers. So whenever you see a FII buying in the market, the first buying that will come is it will come in the index because the people FIIs want to outperform the markets. That is why they buy index stocks first, and the second level of buying comes into the mid cap and small cap stocks. So we are expecting that Nifty mid cap, Nifty small cap, both indices to do well because there is some steam left in these two indices. So small stocks and small size stocks or small market cap stocks like small cap index or a mid cap index can do well from current levels. Even if Nifty consolidated from current levels, even if it not hits the all-time high, I think many small cap, mid cap stocks can hit all-time highs. So you should keep those stocks on radar. We'll be communicating various stocks and indexes as and when it is required for the retail clients and for all of you. So the overall crux of this slide is Nifty can be in consolidation, but we are expecting Nifty to test all-time highs slowly or steadily. But the major crux will be Nifty mid cap and Nifty small cap stocks, where you can witness good buying interest in the coming next 2 to 3 months. The major factor is the festive season, no negativity from the domestic side. The only negative factor can be the global markets. So you should keep these three things on radar and keep Nifty, mid-cap and small-cap stocks also on your watch list. Now, this is our major topic today. Will Nifty make fresh all-time highs? I think we should make fresh all-time highs in next couple of months in the festive season. What are the factors which it will drive? First is the global. See, lighter global markets. What do you mean lighter? Means everything is priced in, because everybody know federal rate will be getting hiked. Everybody know ECB, that is European Central Bank, will hike their interest rates. Even everybody in India knows that RBI will hike the interest rates in the next meeting. Mostly it can be 25 basis point or 50 basis point. So whenever there is no negative surprise in the market, that is positive for the market. That is why we are expecting the lighter global markets to be positive for the market. Second, bad news already factored in, that I already told you. Everything is priced in the market. If there is nothing which is not priced in the market currently, the rate hikes, the inflation, the commodity prices, the crude oil prices, everything is priced in. The only thing which is not priced in is the geopolitical tensions. If some war erupts, if there is some tension between US and China, that can ruin our market sentiments. But I don't think any other things will ruin our sentiments. So we expect global markets even to support the Indian equities. So lighter global markets and bad news, which is already factored in, can be a catalyst for the Indian markets to go up. So this is about global. Now coming on to the domestic factors, favorable macroeconomic factors. First of all, I want to discuss few macroeconomic factors. See, macroeconomic factors are nothing but GDP, inflation, the interest rates, the IIP growth, the consumer spending, how it is going on, the forex reserves, the commodity spending, the crude oil prices. What are the these factors do affect the domestic markets? I will come by one by one. If you see our GDP has gone drastically higher because of the low base effect last year. So it was somewhere around 13% in the last quarter because the 2021 there was Omicron lockdowns. That is why GDP came around 14%, around 14%. But the overall GDP rate for this year, that is for the financial year 22-23, we are expecting it to be somewhere around 7 to 7.5%. That is also very good, because if you see the emerging markets, many of the emerging markets are in the range of 2%, 3%, even 5%. So nobody is giving a rate of GDP rate hike of around 7 to 8%. So our GDP rate of 7% is very good, and it will definitely support our market. Coming on to inflation, inflation is also dipping lower. There are two major reasons. I don't know how many of you remember when the Ukraine and Russia war have erupted, the commodity prices have shooted up. Even the crude oil prices were shooted up to almost $126 per barrel. If you see crude currently, it is somewhere around 90, below 90. If you see commodity price currently, they are almost dropped 25 to 30% from the lower levels. So both these factors are supporting the Indian markets, and these factors will definitely support in the next couple of months as well. If we talk about interest rates, everybody know it will get hiked. I think interest rate cycle will last up to December. So next 2 to 3 meetings, interest rates will be hiked. And that is also that is negative for the market, but it is already factored in. So I don't think that will make a big difference. Now coming on to the fundamental factors, comfortable valuations. I already told you Indian markets will be outperforming because of the good macroeconomic factors. The valuations will comfort in the coming days as well. Strong future outlook. Indian markets have been doing well in terms of consumer spending, everything. So there will be a strong future outlook for the Indian companies as well. Now technical is something which is visible on charts. Currently, Indian markets or the Nifty on charts is looking very bullish. It has breached the lower high, lower low concept, and right now it is making higher high and higher low. So technically also markets are looking bullish. Indicators like Bollinger Band, RSI, or moving averages, whatever you use in the markets, all those are looking bullish. So all these factors, this is from the global, domestic, fundamental, technical, all these factors are looking bullish for the market. So we expect markets to do well from all these factors. Like global markets are doing good, domestically everything is good, fundamental valuations are looking good, even technicals are looking good. The only concern, again I will repeat, is the global scenario or the global uncertainty which is there with respect to geopolitical tensions. If some war or some countries gets into the war, that will be very negative for the market. I don't think any other factor will affect the Indian markets in the big way. So these are the factors which will help Nifty to make fresh highs. See, I'm talking about fresh highs, mean that is not you should go and blindly buy the market. You should wait for the market to consolidate, wait for some any minor corrections to buy the stocks, wait for your stocks to come down to get good levels to buy. So everything you should be well planned in stocks and index as well. Overall, we are expecting market to move higher, but it can be in consolidation and slowly it can hit fresh all-time highs. So these are the four factors: global, domestic, fundamental, technical, which will definitely impact in the market, and we can expect some fresh highs. Now, what are the major factors which will fuel bullish move? FIIs flows. I already told you in the last couple of months, FII flows has been positive, and we expect this FIIs flow to be positive next couple of months as well. So FIIs flows will be the first factor which will take Nifty higher. Second is strong SIP money. I don't know how many of you track SIP monies. Almost more than I think 20,000 or 25,000 crores of rupees are coming into the Indian markets every month or every couple of months into the Indian markets. So there is a strong SIP flow money into the market which are coming through mutual funds. Third is short covering news. I already told you there is a huge activity in the F&O market currently in India because post-corona period after 2020, many people have entered into the market because there was nothing else to do for the retail clients or the retail people. Everybody want to get quick money or get into the market. So everybody started trading in F&O also. So F&O triggers can be the next things why Indian markets can do well. Fourth are the global cues. If global cues remain stable, then we can expect some fuel bullish move into the market. So these are the major factors which can fuel the bullish up move in the market. So the major crux of this session is we don't say that markets can't come down. It will come down, but I think the pace of the market of coming down will be much lower than the pace of the market of going up. So whenever market comes down due to global markets or any other reason, you should be ready with your cash to buy quality good mid cap and small cap stocks, because our view is market can hit all-time highs in the next couple of months or next 3 months. So if market corrects also due to some reasons, you should be ready with your cash. You should be ready with your stock list. You should be ready with the levels where you want to buy the stocks. So these are the factors which will affect the markets. And many questions what we get in the last couple of months is why markets are rallying and why it is justified. See, these are the three factors. One, stop to park foreign money. If you talk about the markets, if a person in US want to put money anywhere in the world, the first destination will be India. If a person from Europe want to make money anywhere in the world, the first destination will be India. If a person who are coming from the Asian countries who want to make money into the market, the first preferred destination will be India, because no country is providing growth rate of 7 to 8% yearly in terms of GDP. India is only the country which is expected to perform or which is expected to give 7 to 8% of GDP growth in the next couple of months or in this financial year. So that will be the favorite destination. That is why Indian markets are rallying. And next is strong emerging economies in sweet spot. See, there are two major economies which are expected to do well in the next couple of years. First is China and second in India. China is already facing many hiccups due to Corona and due to many other reasons and due to geopolitical tensions as well. That is why I will give you the recent example. Even if you talk about Apple has started producing the iPhone 14 in India because there are a lot of supply chain problems in China. So these kind of companies will be definitely coming to India in the next quarters as well. So that is why India is in a very sweet spot. Everybody want to invest in India. Everybody want to do business in Indian territory. Everybody want to make good relations with the Indian companies. That is why Indian markets or the Indian economy is in the sweet spot. That is the second reason why this rally is justified from 15,200 to 18,000 levels. Third reason is commodity and crude oil prices. I already told you when markets were around 15,200, crude oil prices were somewhere around 120 or 126 dollar per barrel. Commodity prices were at all-time highs. But if you talk about in the current scenario, crude oil prices have dipped by more than $37 per barrel. So almost it had dipped by more than 40% from highs. Even the commodity prices, many commodity like copper, metals, they have dipped more than 25 to 30% from the highs. So if there is a dip in the commodity prices, if there is a dip in the crude oil prices, that will be very much beneficial for India, for Indian economy. Because still in India, we import more than 50 to 60% of the crude oil from Arab countries and from the other countries like Russia as well. So 50 to 60% of our crude oil import value will come down, and that will benefit the GDP numbers, and that will benefit the fiscal deficit in India. So that is why you can see there is a rally in the markets from the lower levels to the top. And the second is commodity prices. I know many of you know that if there is a decline in the commodity prices, it will increase the margin of the corporate companies. I will give an example. If there is a decrease in the commodity prices, it will be a boost for the auto companies, because in auto companies, aluminum, steel, copper, everything is used. So if there is a decline in those prices, those margins will increase. So these are the three reasons which are fueling the rally in the market. Again, I will repeat. One, stop to park foreign money, because India is in this sweet spot. Nobody want to go and invest in China currently. I don't know what will happen in next couple of quarters. If China revives, then it is a differently other ball game. Currently, India is the only sweet destination, sweet stop to invest money. Second is strong emerging economies like India will do well. Third is commodities and crude oil prices. If commodities and crude oil prices stay down, I think that will be very, very positive for the Indian economies, Indian companies, and Indian stock markets as well. So that is why somebody asks you why there is a rally in the markets. These are the three reasons. India is the top in investment destination. India is acting as a leader in the emerging economies. And third is crude oil and commodity prices, which are declining. That is why there is a rally in the market. One more thing is valuations are also supporting, because many companies have declined from their all-time highs. There is a more than 25 to 30% decline from their all-time highs. That is why the buying has emerged from lower levels. So valuations comfort is also there for the markets at lower levels. That is why we have seen this rally. So why this rally is justified, we have discussed, and why markets can create all-time highs, that is also we have discussed. Let's coming on to the next points. What could trigger fresh round of buying? See, these are the three other factors which will trigger fresh round. Festive season sentiment. In the coming couple of months, there are a lot of festivals, lot of positivity which will be there in the markets. These positivities can affect auto sector. These positivities can affect FMCG, consumer, banks, everything, because people will start their new businesses. People will start buying their cars, autos, or they will start buying electric vehicles. People will start spending in the festive season. That will also boost the company's margins. So festive season sentiments will definitely trigger fresh round of buying. Fresh FIIs money, already told you, we expect some more FIIs money to come in the next couple of months. So that will also trigger fresh round of buying. Third is improved outlook. If there is a improved economy at the ground level, if there is a high consumer spending at the ground level, that will improve our outlook as well. So that is why these three are the reasons why there can be fresh round of buying in the next couple of months. So that will trigger Indian markets to go higher, or to take Nifty surpass 18,600 levels, which is the recent all-time highs. Now the next major questions what retail client asks us is, FIIs have returned to the markets in the last couple of months, but will they sustain? See, definitely FIIs flow will sustain in the market. I will tell you what are the reasons. India will remain the best investment destination, because FIIs invest their money into the emerging markets, because they want to make good money and big money by investing in the market. So they will not select any other country which are already developed or which are underdeveloped. They will select the country which are in the developing stage or which are in the emerging economies. So there are very few countries which are available in the markets, which are there in the emerging economies. First is the China, second is India. China, nobody want to currently invest because of their own domestic reasons, because of the corona effect, because of the corona which is still undergoing many lockdowns in China. So nobody want to go to China as of now for investment. So India will remain the best investment destination for next couple of quarters or couple of months at least. Higher GDP and macro numbers already discussed. No country in the world is giving a GDP rate of 7 to 8%. So India will remain in the sweet spot, which will give a GDP growth rate of 7 to 8%. Third is now second option as on date. That is absolutely right. In the overall global world or global equity markets, nobody is still in the picture in terms of competition with the Indian equities or Indian corporates. So Indian corporates are leading all over the world. That is why we expect FIIs flow to sustain in India. Fourth is valuation comfort. I already told you valuations have become very cheap after the recent correction. No doubt there is a good move from the lower levels, but we still expect valuations to remain comfortable. If there is a growth in the market, if there is a ground level economic growth, our valuations will also increase. So these are the four reasons why we expect FIIs flow to remain or sustain in India. The only concern is if something goes wrong with commodity prices, if commodity prices start shooting up, if crude oil prices start shooting up because of geopolitical tensions or because of you can say war situations, that can trigger selling into the Indian markets as well. So nobody, because India is a global market right now, it has to compete with the global peers. If something goes wrong in Ukraine, India will definitely be affected. If something goes wrong with US and China, India will be affected. That is the one thing you should keep in mind. If something goes wrong with global markets, that can trigger some sell-off in the market. That is the only reason we say that always invest in SIPs or in breaks. Whenever there is a correction due to global markets, you can go and start investing. But our overall view is bullish in the market. If there is some correction also, that correction will be definitely bought on by the investors, by the mutual funds, and by the FIIs. So if somebody want to wait for the correction, they can wait for the correction to buy, but at least start buying it in the SIP mode, start buying every month on any correction, even in the bullish momentum as well. So this is the reasons why FIIs will sustain in India. Now this is very interesting. FIIs versus DI, both are favorable. I don't know how many of you track FII DI data. See, whenever there is a correction in the market, whenever market corrects, you will never find DIs to be net sellers. You will always find FIIs to be net sellers. And whenever there is a rise in the market, FIIs will be net buyers and DIs will be net sellers. Because usually mutual funds, what they do is whenever the markets come down, they will start buying the stocks and they will start managing their mutual funds or NAVs. So that is why whenever there is a fall in the market, many of the mutual funds come into the market, seeing the valuation comfort, and they buy. FIIs are a bit conservative. Whenever the scenario turns bullish, they come and try into the buy into the markets. So both are favorable right now because FIIs are sitting with a lot of cash, cash because they have been net sellers. That they will be coming into the Indian market. Second is DIs are also sitting with a lot of cash because a lot of SIP money is coming into the market. So both FIIs and DIs are ready to come into the market. And if global markets, everything remains stable, I think FIIs and DIs, both money will come into the market, and that will fuel Indian markets to test all-time highs. So this is a very interesting slide. Again, I will repeat. DIs will support at lower levels. Retail trading capital has upper hand. I don't know how many of you track it, but still Indian retail investors have started trading into the market daily. So that will also boost the equity market. Third is FIIs numbers are ignored nowadays. Before 2010 or 2008, whenever FIIs used to sell, market used to crack like anything. But the scenario has changed. Even if FIIs are selling, or markets are not cracking, because retail money and DIs money are completely pumping into the Indian markets. Fourth is SIP is likely to go further. I already told you, DIs money through SIPs, FIIs money from the foreign institutional investors, and the retail trading capital will not make Indian markets to sustain at lower levels. So whenever there is a correction due to some bad news, you can start and go and accumulate quality Nifty stocks and quality mid-cap and small-cap stocks, which are available for the long-term investments. So our overall view is bullish. If there is some correction, go and buy and start accumulating good stocks. So this is the crux of FIIs and DIs. Now, broader markets on radar. Here, broader markets is in the market scenario. Broader markets are nothing but small cap and mid cap stocks. Nifty 50 and Sensex 30 stocks are large cap stocks. They don't come into the broader market. In the usual sense, broader markets are Nifty and small cap, Nifty mid cap and Nifty small cap. So broader markets are also on radar. Lot of beaten down stocks are there which are available for investment. They are still far away from the highs, and newer themes are available. I know many of the people are fascinated towards IPO. Many IPOs have done well, and many IPOs have even half. IPOs like Sapphire Food, IPOs like Paras, they have done well. IPOs like Paytm has not done well. Still the price is away more than 50 to 60% from the IPO price. So there are very newer themes which are available in the market, where you can go and invest. Many new IPOs are coming, many new age companies are coming into the market. Those themes are also available for you to invest. So we are not recommending any stocks currently in this session. I have just given you some examples. So those kind of stocks are also available in the broader market. We can go and invest. So broader markets are the new theme for the retail investors. Those are the markets which will give you good returns, and they can even erode your good capital also. So whenever you are investing in the broader market, keep in mind that returns are also high and the risk is also high. Mid cap and small cap stocks are, I already told you, mid cap stocks and small cap stocks, those are firing like anything from last 15 to 20 months. So even in the next couple of months also, they can even fire more. So mid cap and small cap stocks can do well. So whenever there is a correction or whenever there is a bullish momentum, keep these stocks on radar. Will mid cap and small cap stocks gain more? Yes, strong FIIs close, global Qs, if those things are positive, I think mid cap and small cap stocks are still having some more gains, and they can even still gain some more traction in the coming months as well. So mid cap and small cap stocks can do well. Now this is more important. Which are the sectors which will lead the rally? We are expecting banking to lead the rally, auto sector to lead the rally, financial services sector like the housing finances companies, the automobile financing companies, those sectors should do well. FMCG like the daily like Dabur, ITC, those are expected to do well. Consumer durable sector like Havells, Voltas, these kind of stocks or stock sectors can do well. I'm not recommending any stocks here, but just giving an example to make you understand what do you make consumer durables, FMCG and all. So banking, auto, financial services, FMCG, consumer durables, these are the 5 sectors which will lead the rally from current levels and which can touch the market to go to fresh all-time highs. So these are the threat to the markets which can take market lower. These are the sectors. If these things happen, that can take market lower. Global markets, if something goes wrong with the global markets, if they start cracking, our markets can also crack. Domestic policy changes, which we are not expecting anything because we have a stable government in India. So there can be any domestic policy changes. So that is a far kind of scenario. Geopolitical tensions, like if there is something wrong with US, China, something wrong with Russia and Ukraine, that can trigger sell-off in the market. If rupee surpasses 81, 82 levels in terms of dollar, that can also trigger some selling into the market. And if crude oil prices start going up from current level to 110, 115, that can also trigger some selling pressure into the Indian equities. So these are the 5 threats: global markets, domestic policy changes, which we are not expecting much, geopolitical tensions between various countries, rupee depreciation, and crude oil prices. If this thing goes wrong, then our Indian markets can also correct. So what should be our strategy and preparation in Indian markets? Let's discuss that. See, never underestimate market data and trend. So you should never underestimate the market data. Whenever market data, whenever you see a clear market data or clear trend, you should always respect it. Make a list of outperforming sectors at the end of the day, which are the sectors which are doing well. Trend is a basic parameter. Always see where is the trend. If the markets have started moving up, you should also be on the bullish side only. If markets have started losing, should be on the selling side, depending on the scenario where you are trading. So you should not never underestimate market trend. You should always be with the market. See, there is a saying in the market: trend is always your friend. So always you should be with the trend. You should make your trend as a friend. If trend is bullish, you should be on the buying side. If trend is bearish, you should be on the selling side. Don't walk the talk. See, never try to catch the falling knife. Whenever there is a fall in the market, we say that let's go and buy. Never try to catch the falling knife. Don't get carried away with the expected news flow. Never try to copy others traders trade. See, many people, what they do is, if their friend have bought A stocks or B stocks, they will also go and start buying those stocks. So never try to copy others trade. Trade your own stocks and trade your own strategy. Keep your quantity side in check. See, always keep your quantity size. Like if you want to buy a 20 lakhs of stock, keep buying 20 lakh stocks in a SIP mode. Don't buy the stocks together, because that will make you averaging good levels. Now, how investors have to do: prepare an early investment plan. This is a thing what I repeat in every webinar. Whenever there is a correction in the market, don't get panicked. If there is some correction in the market, that correction will be definitely bought on either today, tomorrow, or after a week. So always have an early investment plan. You should keep a plan ready with in your books. Whenever market will come to these levels, I will invest so and so amount. So you should be ready with your book wherever you want to invest and which are the levels you are tracking. Invest in regular basis on every 5% correction. If you want to buy a stock like HDFC Bank, buy on every 2% correction. If there is a 2% correction, go and buy it. I'm not recommending it, but I am just giving an example. That is the right thing to do. Add hybrid mutual funds. Always have a gold mutual funds or a debt mutual funds in your portfolio, because whenever market corrects, equity markets corrects, gold and debt will do well. So always have a hybrid mutual funds in your portfolio that will increase your wealth. Have some exposure to inflation proof investment like gold and bonds that I already told you. Should always have a gold bonds or debt bonds in your portfolio. Try to make use of volatility by preserving cash. See, there is a saying, who is having the cash, he is the king. Cash is the king. So whenever you are investing in the market, never invest your 100% cash. Keep at least 20 to 30% of your cash in your account. So whenever there is a correction, you can make best use out of it. So always sit in cash, don't invest 100%. Whenever there is a huge correction in the market, that is the right time for you to deploy that cash which are having in your account. So these are the points. Prepare an early investment plan, invest in regular basis, add hybrid mutual funds like debt and gold, have some exposure to bonds, that is the government bonds. Try to make use of volatility by sitting with cash. Whenever there is a huge correction due to various other factors, if you are having the cash, that is the right time to go and invest. What investors should not do: never panic with the existing investments. See, I give you a real example. One of my client, he usually panics whenever the market falls. And usually there is a saying, whenever the retail client starts panicking, that is the bottom of the market. I don't know how many of you have heard about it. So whenever you start getting calls of sell the market, whenever you start hearing of negative about the markets, that is the right time for you to go and invest, because that is the right time when everybody is bearish and market will start moving up. So never panic with the existing investments. Be calm whenever the market falls, and be optimistic whenever markets goes up. That is the right strategy. Again, I will repeat. Whenever market comes down, be calm, and whenever market goes up, be optimistic. Optimistic means you should expect more upside in the market. That is the right thing to do. Try to restructure the portfolio every time, every couple of months or every 15 days. Try to see your portfolio. Try to see which are the sectors which are underperforming or outperforming. Never invest in high risk sectors. Don't invest in sectors like metals or everything. Whenever there is a war-like situations, invest in good stocks, frontline stocks. Avoid trading in leverage product. What do you mean by leverage is never trade in market by taking loans. Always trading market by your own cash or by your existing investments only. Never trading markets by taking loans, by borrowed money. Because whenever markets underperforms, you have to pay the interest, you have to pay the loan amount, but you will not get a good amount of return from the market. So never trading leverage products. Never invest in hard-on streets. Don't invest in any hard-on tips or anything. Always invest in the stocks which are recommended by your financial advisor or your broker who are registered with SEBI. Don't stop your SIPs in these times. See, whenever market falls, people start stopping their SIPs. So don't stop your SIPs. Whenever market falls, that is the right time for you to increase the SIPs. So whenever market falls, try to increase the SIP. Don't try to stop the SIPs. So don't stop your SIPs. Whenever market falls, that will be the right time for you to go and buy. Never invest total cash in a go. That is already I told you. Whenever you want to invest 20 lakhs or 10 lakhs, invest 10% in regular intervals, because whenever market cracks down, you will get your good average price. These are the things which an investor should not do. Never panic. Try to restructure the portfolio according to the ongoing scenario. Means if scenario is bearish, don't take bullish calls. If scenario is bullish, don't take the bearish calls. Never invest in high risk sectors. Avoid trading in leverage products. Don't take loans, don't take hand loans, don't take loans from the institutions to trade in the market. Always have your own cash in trading. Until and unless you have a huge confidence in the market, don't take any leverage products. Never invest in hard-on tips. Invest only in the stocks or sectors which are given by your financial advisor, who is registered with the SEBI, or with the broker who is having a license to suggest the stocks or sector. Don't stop your SIPs in this time. SIPs are the best thing to do in bad times. So increase your SIPs in good times and hold your SIPs in increase your SIPs in bad times and hold your SIPs in good times. Again, I will repeat. increase your SIPs in bad time and hold your SIPs in good time. So never invest total cash in a go, never invest 100%, keep it one by one, divide the amount in 10 phases and invest them. So this is the thing what I wanted to discuss in this webinar. I will give you a crux. See, Indian markets, it is in the bullish trajectory currently. It will remain in the bullish trajectory for in the next couple of quarters as well. So we are expecting market to test all-time highs in the next few months. So if there is any correction due to many other reasons, that is the right time to go long in the market or buy good quality stocks, because Indian market, it is in the structural bull run. When Nifty was around 8,000, people used to say that market is over. When Nifty came to 12,000, people said that market has been top. Even when Nifty came to 15,000 levels, people said that market is over. But still, again, Nifty is currently around 18,000 levels. So there is a structural bull trend in the Indian market. So never go never make a mind that markets are not bullish. If you are there in the market, my first rule is, if you are there in the equity market, the first and foremost thing what you have to do is you should be optimistic. If you are not optimistic in the market, if you are pessimistic, you will never make money in the market, because Indian markets are yielding money to the optimistic retail investors only. Because if you are optimistic, the economy will or the companies will do well, or the Indian economy will do well, and that will in turn increase the margin of the companies. If you are not spending, if you are not optimistic on your investment, your investment can't grow. That is why be optimistic, be bullish on the market, then only you can increase your wealth. So that is the main motto of this session. We are not expecting major correction in the market. Even if there is some correction in the market, I think that correction will be bottom. So if somebody is a conservative investor, wait for the correction to buy. If somebody is an aggressive investor, they can buy at current level also. And if some dip comes due to global markets, that is the right time for you to invest. So this is the thing what I wanted to discuss. If there are any questions, we can take them.
Dear attendees, if you have any questions regarding our webinar for today, please put them up on the Q&A or the chat box. We'll be replying every question thereafter.
And one more thing, just wanted to discuss few things in Hindi as well. देखिए जहाँ तक मार्केट की बात है, जस्ट टू ट्रांसलेट व्हाट आई हैव टोल्ड इन इंग्लिश, देखिए जहाँ तक मार्केट की बात है, मुझे लग रहा है मार्केट में यहाँ से भी बुलिश जो ट्रेंड है वो जारी रह सकता है. जिस हिसाब से बाइंग आपको देखने को मिली है 15,200 से 18,000 तक, मुझे लग रहा है ये रैली आगे भी कंटिन्यू हो सकती है. मुझे लग रहा है छोटे स्टॉक्स या छोटे मजोले स्टॉक्स जो मेजरली रिटेल के पोर्टफोलियोज में होते हैं, वो आने वाले दिनों में भी काफी अच्छा कर सकते हैं. तो मुझे लग रहा है छोटे मजोले स्टॉक जो है, जो मिड कैप और स्मॉल कैप स्टॉक जो अपने जो मेजरली 80% ऑफ द रिटेल क्लाइंट्स के पोर्टफोलियो में होते हैं, वो आने वाले दिनों में अच्छा कर सकते हैं. तो जो भी स्टॉक्स फंसे हैं आपके, जो भी स्टॉक्स में आपकी रेट के जो नीचे चल रहे हैं, मुझे लग रहा है आने वाले दिनों में उन सभी स्टॉक्स के उनमें मेजर ऑफ द स्टॉक्स के आपके रेट आ सकते हैं. हो सकता है आपको प्रॉफिट भी हो सकता है. तो छोटे मजोले स्टॉक्स यहाँ से अच्छा कर सकते हैं. इवन निफ्टी भी अच्छा कर सकता है, क्योंकि ओवरऑल जो ट्रेंड मुझे नजर आ रहा है वो काफी अच्छा नजर आ रहा है. जहां तक एक थ्रेट मार्केट में है, जो एक चीज आपको मार्केट को हिला सकती है, वो है ग्लोबल मार्केट, जो विश्व के बाजार है. अगर वहां पे कुछ होता है, अगर कोई वार की सिचुएशन आती है मार्केट में, तभी मार्केट में बड़ा करेक्शन आ सकता है. बाकी मुझे नहीं लगता कोई बड़ा करेक्शन आएगा. जो फेड रेट हाइक्स हो रहे हैं या जो ब्याज दरें बढ़ रही है, वो ब्याज दरें बढ़ने का सिलसिला नेक्स्ट 3 से 4 महीने में भी जारी रह सकता है. तो ब्याज दरों से हमको डरना नहीं है. एक ही चीज हमको डरा सकती है, वो है वॉर. अगर वॉर नहीं होता है, कोई जियोपॉलिटिकल टेंशंस नहीं होती है, तो मुझे लग रहा है आने वाले दिनों में मार्केट नया हाई छू सकता है और नए शिखर पर जा सकता है. अगर कोई लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टर जो नया है मार्केट में, अगर उनको इन्वेस्ट करना है, तो मुझे लग रहा है SIP मोड के थ्रू आप डेफिनेटली इन्वेस्ट करें. और कोई भी बड़ा करेक्शन भी आता है तो वहां पे भी इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए, क्योंकि मुझे नहीं लग रहा कोई बड़ा करेक्शन भी आता है तो ज्यादा दिन नीचे टिक पाएगा. इसीलिए ट्रेडिंग के पर्सपेक्टिव से देखते हैं तो आपको लॉन्ग शॉर्ट दोनों आप रख सकते हैं. बट अगर आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट का व्यू है, तो मुझे लग रहा है आपको इंडियन मार्केट्स को डेफिनेटली बाय करके चलना चाहिए. करेक्शन भी आता है तो आपको घबराना नहीं चाहिए. नीचे में भी आपको बाय करके ही चलना चाहिए. आने वाले दिनों में वापस आपको ऊपर के लेवल जरूर देखने को मिल सकते हैं. जहां तक लेवल्स की बात है, 15,000, 16,000, 17,000, ये यहाँ पे भी काफी अच्छा सपोर्ट्स ऑलरेडी मार्केट में बन चुका है. शॉर्ट टर्म सपोर्ट्स की बात करें तो मुझे नहीं लग रहा शॉर्ट टर्म में मार्केट 17,000 के नीचे जाएगा. अगर लॉन्ग टर्म सपोर्ट की बात करें तो 16,500 का एक अच्छा बेस निफ्टी में बन चुका है. तो 17,000 से 16,500, इसके नीचे फिलहाल मुझे मार्केट जाता हुआ नीचे नजर नहीं आ रहा. ये चीज मैं इन्वेस्टर्स के लिए बता रहा हूँ, ट्रेडर्स के लिए तो ये काफी बड़े स्टॉप लॉसेस होते हैं, मगर अगर आप इन्वेस्टर्स की बात करते हैं तो मुझे लग रहा है 17,000 से 16,500, इसके नीचे मार्केट मुझे फिलहाल जाता हुआ नजर नहीं आ रहा। ऊपर में 18,600 मेरा पहला रेजिस्टेंस लेवल मुझे नजर आ रहा है, जो कि ऑल टाइम हाइज है। अगर 18,600 निकलता है तो आपको 19,000 का लेवल भी निफ्टी में आने वाले दिनों में देखने को मिल सकता है। इसीलिए अगर आप इन्वेस्टर्स हैं, बड़ा करेक्शन आता है तो डेफिनेटली आपको बाय करके चलना चाहिए। क्वालिटी मिड कैप बाय करिए, क्वालिटी स्मॉल कैप स्टॉक्स आप बाय करके चल सकते हैं, निफ्टी 50 के स्टॉक आप बाय करके चल सकते हैं। अगर आपका ट्रेडिंग नजरिया है तो आपका कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट बॉल गेम है, आपका कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट स्ट्रेटेजी होगी। मैं यहाँ पे सिर्फ इन्वेस्टर्स की बात कर रहा हूँ, जो लोग नए इन्वेस्टर्स हैं, जो लोग आगे भी इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हैं, आपको इन्वेस्टमेंट जारी रखना चाहिए। इंडियन मार्केट्स में बुलिश मूव आने वाले दिनों में भी जारी रह सकता है, पर अगर करेक्शन आता है तो वहां पे घबराए नहीं। मुझे लग रहा है करेक्शन डेफिनेटली बॉटम होगा और आपको नए शिखर इंडियन मार्केट्स में देखने को मिलेंगे। एक ही चीज आपको ध्यान रखना है, आपको छोटे मझोले स्टॉक्स अगर आप बाई कर रहे हैं तो ऐसे स्टॉक्स बाई करें जिनमें डेट ना हो, जिनमें कोई कर्जा ना हो, जिनके फ्यूचर प्रॉस्पेक्ट्स काफी अच्छे नजर आ रहे हैं और जो लॉस मेकिंग ना हो। और ऐसे स्टॉक्स आपको बाई नहीं करना है जो आपके पेनी स्टॉक्स हो, या 3 रुपए 4 रुपए 5 रुपए के स्टॉक्स हो, जो आपने अपने फ्रेंड्स या फैमिली से सुने हैं, वैसे स्टॉक्स आप बाई ना करें। क्योंकि ऐसे स्टॉक्स क्या होते हैं, वो चलते मार्केट में चलेंगे, पर अगर मार्केट यहाँ से गिरता है तो आपके रेट वापस कभी नहीं आएंगे। तो ऐसे स्टॉक्स को बाई ना करें जो पेनी स्टॉक्स हो, जो आपको स्ट्रीट्स पे या फैमिली में या फ्रेंड्स की तरफ से मिले। ऐसे स्टॉक्स बाय करें जो आपको आपने ब्रोकर या आपके फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर ने रिकमेंड किया है, वही स्टॉक्स आप बाय करके चले, उनमें ही आपको पैसा ज्यादा बनेगा। अगर आप पेनी स्टॉक्स बाय कर लेते हैं, आप हो सकता है आपको शॉर्ट टर्म में पैसा बने, और लॉन्ग टर्म में आपको डेफिनेटली जो हिस्ट्री बताती है, आपको लॉन्ग टर्म में पैसा कभी नहीं बनेगा। इसीलिए अगर आपको इन्वेस्ट करना है तो क्वालिटी स्टॉक्स में बाय करें, और अपने फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर या अपने ब्रोकर या अपने जो बिगुल की रिसर्च टीम है उनसे आप संपर्क करके ही बाय करें। वहां से आपको अच्छे स्टॉक्स मिलेंगे, उसी स्टॉक्स में आप एसआईपी मोड पे बाय करके चलें, उसी में आपका पैसा बनेगा। पेनी स्टॉक्स के लिए कुछ दिनों तक आपको पैसा बन जाएगा, बट लॉन्ग टर्म में आपको पैसा कभी नहीं बनेगा। तो ओवरऑल क्रक्स इस सेशन का यही था कि नया हाई आ सकता है, करेक्शन भी आता है, तो आपको बाय करके चलना। अगर किसी के क्वेश्चंस है तो डेफिनेटली हम ले सकते हैं कुछ क्वेश्चंस। देखिए क्वेश्चन आया, सर आप कौन से शेयर्स में इन्वेस्ट करना सजेस्ट करेंगे? ठीक है, 3 सेक्टर मेरे फेवरेट है और हमेशा से फेवरेट रहे हैं। फर्स्ट है बैंकिंग, ऑटो और कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल्स। जो कंज्यूमर जो अपने डेली यूसेज की चीजें होती है, जो कंपनीज उनको मैन्युफैक्चर करती है, तो मुझे लग रहा है ये तीनों सेक्टर अच्छा करेंगे। तो आपका जो इन्वेस्टमेंट होना चाहिए, अगर आप ग्रोथ ओरिएंटेड है, आपको लगता है कि मार्केट इंडिया का मार्केट यहाँ से ग्रो कर सकता है, तो मुझे लग रहा है बैंकिंग, ऑटो और कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल्स के स्टॉक्स आप इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं। मेरे जो फेवरेट स्टॉक है, अगर आप बात करते हैं तो मुझे लग रहा है आईसीआईसीआई बैंक काफी अच्छा मुझे नजर आता है। अगर आप ऑटो में बात करते हैं तो मारुति का स्टॉक्स मुझे काफी अच्छा नजर आता है। अगर आप कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल्स में बात करते हैं तो मुझे HUL, हैवेल्स और वोल्टास, ये तीनों स्टॉक्स काफी अच्छे लगते हैं। तो आपको अगर सेक्टर चुनना है तो मुझे लग रहा है ऑटो, बैंकिंग और कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल्स, ये तीनों ही सेक्टर्स आने वाले दिनों में अच्छा कर सकते हैं।
सर
आज
मिस्टर कृष्णा पटीदार का मैसेज है कि वो आपसे इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग पे इनसाइट्स चाह रहे हैं।
ठीक है, इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग, अगर मैंने वही कहा था, इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग अगर देखते हैं तो कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट बॉल गेम है। क्योंकि इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग में क्या होता है, अगर आपको पोजीशन 3 बजे ही काटना है, आपको पोजीशन ड्यूरिंग द डे लेना है। ड्यूरिंग द डे अगर कोई न्यूज आ जाती है तो आपको डेफिनेटली अपना अपना स्टॉप लॉस फॉलो करना है और टारगेट रखना है। तो मुझे लग रहा है अगर आप नए हैं मार्केट में, अगर आप नए नए इन्वेस्टर नए मार्केट में आए तो इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग को फिलहाल के लिए रोक दें। अगर इंट्राडे ट्रेड करना भी है तो आपको मैं कुछ टिप्स आपको दे सकता हूँ। जो मार्केट का जो फर्स्ट हार होता है, जो कि 950 से 1015 का जो हार होता है, वहां पे आप अपनी फर्स्ट पोजीशन या नई पोजीशन इंट्राडे की ना लें। क्योंकि जो 915 से 1015 का जो ट्रेड होता है वो लास्ट डे के ट्रेड्स का सेटल होता है। जो लोग लास्ट डे पोजीशंस अपने लेके गए थे वो अपनी पोजीशंस को आज क्लोज करते हैं। तो 915 से 1015 तक आप फ्रेश कोई इंट्राडे ट्रेड ना लें, और लास्ट में 2 से 3 बजे तक भी आपका कोई फ्रेश इंट्राडे ट्रेड नहीं होना चाहिए। तो जो फर्स्ट का 1 आवर होता है, लास्ट का 1 आवर होता है, वहां पे अपनी कोई इंट्राडे पोजीशंस ना लें। 11 बजे बाद अच्छा ट्रेंड मार्केट में आ जाता है, आपको पता चल जाता है कि मार्केट आज कहां जाएगा, ऊपर जाएगा या नीचे जाएगा। क्योंकि ओवरऑल ट्रेंड आपको मार्केट में पता चल जाता है कि कौन से सेक्टर, कौन से स्टॉक्स अच्छे करने। इसलिए ये टिप आपको दे सकता हूं कि आपका अगर आपका इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग का नजरिया है, आपको इंट्राडे ट्रेड करना है, तो अपनी जो नई पोजीशंस है वो 10:30 बजे बाद ही बनाएं। और हो सके जब तक इंट्राडे पोजीशंस को 2 घंटे से ज्यादा ना रखें। क्योंकि अगर आपका इंट्राडे पोजीशंस में अगर आपका टारगेट आना रहेगा वो 2 घंटे में आ जाएगा। अगर 2 घंटे में भी आपका टारगेट नहीं आ रहा तो आपका जो पोजीशन है वो यूजुअली कॉस्ट टू कॉस्ट या लॉस में ही कटने के चांस ज्यादा होते हैं। तो 2 रूल्स डेफिनेटली फॉलो करें। एक तो 10:15 के बाद ही अपना पहला इंट्राडे ट्रेड लें और 2 बजे के बाद यूजुअली इंट्राडे ट्रेड ना लें। और सेकंड जो ले, अगर आपने कोई इंट्राडे ट्रेड लिया है वो बाय साइड या सेल साइड का हो, उसमें आप स्टॉप लॉस टारगेट जरूर लगा के रखें और मैक्सिमम 2 घंटे का ही ट्रेड लें। अगर 2 घंटे में आपको प्रॉफिट या लॉस जो भी हो रहा है अपनी इंट्राडे पोजीशन से निकल जाए। क्योंकि अगर मोमेंटम किसी स्टॉक्स में आता है, उस स्टॉक में आप इंट्राडे ट्रेड लेते हैं, तो यूजुअली आपका 2 घंटे में प्रॉफिट या लॉस हो जाना चाहिए। इसलिए दो रूल्स को फॉलो करें। ये 2 रूल्स हम अपने क्लाइंट्स को भी सजेस्ट करते हैं। एक तो 9:15 से 10:15 के बीच में ट्रेड ना लें। अगर 10 साढ़े 10 के बाद में ट्रेड भी लेते हैं तो मैक्सिमम 2 आवर का ट्रेड लें। अगर 2 आवर में आपका प्रॉफिट या लॉस नहीं हो रहा, उस ट्रेड से निकल जाए। तो ये 2 टिप आपको दे सकता हूँ। ये 2 टिप आपको डेफिनेटली फॉलो करनी चाहिए। क्योंकि मैं स्टॉक्स रिकमेंड नहीं कर सकता आज, इसीलिए कोई स्टॉक्स का मैं नाम आज आपके साथ नहीं ले रहा। अगर आपको स्टॉक्स चाहिए तो डेफिनेटली आप बिगुल की रिसर्च टीम को कांटेक्ट करके वहां से अपने स्टॉक्स ले सकते हैं। सी एल्गो ट्रेडिंग डू यू सजेस्ट? एल्गो ट्रेडिंग मैं यूजुअली सजेस्ट नहीं करता। आई डोंट रिकमेंड एल्गो ट्रेडिंग फॉर रिटेल क्लाइंट्स because it is something like you will be given some formula and you will have to put your cash and the system will do these things. So India is not such a mature market for you to do algo trading currently. I know many brokers and many people have started trading in algos, but they are licensed algos, they are approved algos. So I don't suggest any algo trading, especially for the retail clients. तो मैं रिटेल क्लाइंट्स को फिलहाल के लिए कोई एल्गो ट्रेडिंग के लिए सजेस्ट नहीं करता। बेटर है आप डिलीवरी ट्रेड करें, 3 से 4 दिन का व्यू लेके ट्रेड करें, वो ज्यादा आपको पैसा बना के देगा।
अगर किसी को भी कोई और क्वेश्चंस हैं तो प्लीज अभी पूछ ले। Considering we don't have any more questions for today, I would like to thank Mr. Arun Mantri for being with us today and giving us his important insights on Nifty being a rocket and will it go and break all its record highs. I would also like to thank all the attendees for today. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again in our forthcoming webinars. We will be sending you a feedback form. Please fill out the form and let us know what your insights are on our webinars and what do you think we should do our next webinars on. You can also reach out to us through our social platforms. The links to our social platforms will be shared with you with the feedback form. Thank you so much.